Obviously, the most important thing is taking care of the ball, no matter if it's, um, communication, decision making. The most important things in football, making sure we give our team the most opportunities to win, chances to score, putting ourselves in good position. So that's the most important thing. And then after that, it's the little details. It's all the little things. We're very, very close to being a great team, but that's it. We're not there yet, and so we have a lot of work to do.
Would you say that how fast is the game going for you in terms of is it about the speed that you would expect it to be right now? Is the pace are you managing the pace of it okay?
Yes, I think Coach Zampese, Coach Haley prepared me enough before the game to slow it down. Even when I went in for the Jets game, I'm prepared to be able to go in. Now I just got to do my job.
And do you feel like maybe the fact that you had already started 46 college games and you've seen a lot of football, so it's not like you're maybe as wide-eyed as some rookies that might be going in?
Yeah, fortunately had a lot of experience in college. Now it's just about translating my experience, things I've seen, different keys I've used, but then also learning and growing from that. Having an open mind on it. Not saying I've played a lot of ball, I have it all figured out, but having an open mind and realizing that I have a lot of room to grow.
Baker, what were the lessons from Sunday? I know you want to try to take whatever didn't go right and carry that forward. What needs to improve first?
Making sure we're all on the same page. Anytime you're on the road, don't let the crowd get to be a factor. Once they become a part of the game, the other team gets momentum, stuff like that. I think communication is very important with that, and just the little details. I keep harping on it, but that's the most important thing. We got to be fundamentally sound, and so we have all the talent. We just got to make sure we're doing our job.
There's probably a couple of throws you wanted to make and didn't. Were you pleased overall, though, with that you read the field the way you wanted to?
Oh, there's definitely things I could have seen better, but yeah, there's always going to be give and take. Whether you win or lose, there's always going to be plays that I'd like to have back or do differently. It is what it is. You just got to learn from it.
Did Oakland give you a lot of looks that, I know it had only been a half, but maybe you hadn't even seen watching film in the first few games, and then do you expect Baltimore to take that up another notch?
I expect Baltimore to kind of do what they're good at. They're two completely different teams. Baltimore's obviously historically been a great defensive franchise, and so they trust what they're good at, and they're going to run it. And they're playing well right now, so I expect them to continue doing what they're good at, and then also throw a couple wrinkles in there for me. So we'll just have to see that on the fly. But if we do our job, we see our keys. They can't throw anything we haven't seen, so we just got to be prepared to just do our job.
When you look at those linebackers, what do you see?
Athletic, talented. You see guys that want to intimidate you. They're physical, so the Ravens' defense is known for being physical. Trying to out physical the other team, set the tone on the whole game. So, and then on top of that, they can run. They got guys that can do it all. So it's going to be a good matchup for us.
Baker, any team would love to take the ball at the 40 in overtime to start a series. Tell me what happened on those three plays, especially 3rd and 5. Why did you go deep to Duke Johnson?
The little details. I think we got to have everybody on the same page. I keep saying that, but we got to have the right routes. I got to have my eyes in the right spot. And then the last play, it was a situation where we had something we converted earlier in the game. We threw Jarvis the ball out in the flat swing route, but then they covered it up this time. They adapted to it, and so that was a scramble play. It wasn't like that was my first option. You could tell I scrambled out, and that was a last effort.
When you watch the film at the end of regulation, the interception, did you see anything else that you
Yeah, even though we tag a deep route on it and we're trying to take a shot, we had been hitting some of those plays underneath. Got to go through your reads, no matter what the play call is, no matter if you want to take a shot. You got to go through your reads, no matter what it is. You can never let the game and your emotions get the best of you. You got to just do the fundamentals.
Hugh Jackson said that counted 9 drops in that game. My question is, do you need to take anything off the ball, or is this just?
I can put it in a better spot. I think I can put it more in their chest, more in their eyes. Make it easier for them to catch, and then also we just got to be more detailed. I keep saying it, but when you're playing on turf like that, it's a little more slippery. You got to have your shoulders over your toes when you're cutting. You got to do the right things, and we talked about it, and so we just all have to be more detailed when it comes to stuff like that.
You were real positive with guys after the drops. Has that always been your way?
Absolutely. Drops are going to happen. It's physical mistakes are going to happen. The mental errors are what we're trying to get rid of. stuff's going to happen in a game. You're never going to be perfect. That's just human nature. So we want to eliminate everything mentally, and so we can just go out there and play.
You keep emphasizing details per se. Was that the way it was in Oklahoma? Was the impression of the offense is fast?
Yeah.
Everything goes quick, but are the details?
Absolutely, and the reason we were able to go fast is because everybody knew exactly what they were supposed to do. So when you do that, you get a team on the same page, it gets dangerous. And then on top of that, when you fine-tune the details, everybody realizes what we're trying to get accomplished, where the ball needs to go. So a receiver, even if he might not be getting the ball, might run his route in a way to get somebody else open. So it's stuff like that that we're trying to get accomplished, and I think we're heading in the right direction.
We keep talking about getting on the same page and how important that is. Would that eliminate those turnovers, most of them?
Absolutely. Communication, details, all of that. I think once you do that, you're taking care of the ball.
And how realistic is it for you guys to be able to kind of resolve these
Oh.
fixable things in 1 week?
We're very close. It just so happens that some of those little errors cost us the ball, on my part. So we're very close on it, and that's the positive outlook on it. Obviously disappointing to lose when we can fix a couple things and come out with a win, but it didn't turn out that way, so we have to get it fixed.
Mental errors you just talked about, those are hard to see from the outside, so how did you grade yourself on that aspect of the game in Oakland?
It wasn't perfect, that's for sure. Did some good things, but did some bad. Would love to have a few plays back to go through it. Like the interception at the end of regulation. Just go through my read, and even though we have a double move, just to put us in a good opportunity to win. Don't push too much. Don't try and do too much.
Baltimore is a team familiar to every Cleveland fan and media member, but none of the quarterbacks really have association with this division. So who do you lean on to get extra mental work on the Ravens?
We have two veteran quarterbacks in this franchise that are, I've seen a lot of ball, and one of them in Tyrod that was in Baltimore. So we're going to use every opportunity we can get, every advantage. That's exactly what they're doing. So we're going to do the same thing.
Hugh Jackson mentioned,
Sorry. I'm reporting for Japan, and you have a lot of international attention as well. How does that mean to you? And also, can you describe your journey as a rookie?
That's awesome to hear. Something that's pretty surreal. Definitely, my mind can't really wrap around that. I'm just still living my dream, having fun with it. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions, but rookie year's been fun so far.
Antonio Callaway, Hugh Jackson mentioned the other day, now obviously he struggled in that game in a number of different ways, slipping and stuff like that, but he mentioned that, maybe he might have to back him off just a little tiny bit, maybe he's giving him too much time or too many snaps. My question is, what can you do to help Antonio? Obviously he sat out of football. What can you guys do you need him obviously, what can you do to help him?
Keep pushing him along, that's the coach's decision on playing time, but any opportunity we can get to help him realize, we talk about the details, anything like that. I think, keep saying it over and over, getting on the same page, making sure he knows what we're trying to do, and just letting him know that we trust him. We believe in him. He's got a lot of talent, and so we're going to be right there for him.
Is that why you came back to him on that 59-yarder? Because even though he had struggled a lot previously, you need to show him that you can trust him to make that play?
Oh, absolutely. It's never about one play. The most important one's always the next one. You got to keep pushing. So stuff like that, you just got to continue to do your job, no matter the situation of the game.
You got a taste of that home crowd in that Jets game. What do you think it'll be like first start running out there?
It'll be exciting. I'm hoping we get a good crowd atmosphere because this game's a division one. And, so for us, it counts as two. We need the fans to come alive, and when they bring the energy, it helps out our defense especially, but it helps out the momentum. You build confidence, and things starts to flow after that. So looking for the crowd and hoping they bring it on Sunday.
This is obviously your first game against them, but is Hugh stressed? Did anybody stress the history between Baltimore and Cleveland and
No.
how they took the team?
New year, so we're focused on a 1 week mindset at a time. So this Sunday it's the Ravens.
Baker, you were up 28-14 on the road. You're on the 11-yard line to start a series, and you drop back to pass. What was the mentality offensively at that point, rather than just ice the game with your running game?
We had tried to run the ball a little bit, but they had started loading up the box, so the mentality was to get the ball out quick. Things happen. I got to get the ball out quicker, but we're not going to block everybody every play. So that's one of those things that's going to come with it. We got to battle back, and that didn't change the whole game. We still battled back and found a way to tie it, so it wasn't about that play.
On a positive note, sorry, the touchdown to Fells, is that about as good a throw as you feel you can make?
That's the kind of thing I'm expecting to make. You know, a guy that's running down the field. He's a big body. He's in front of a safety. Put it in his range, and he's got to make a play, and he did. And then after that, you know, that's the longest I've seen Darren run in a while. So, you know, happy for him.
Hey, does Christian Yelich have a Baker Mayfield jersey?
He does. He
When's he gonna
does.
start wearing it?
I think I've seen a picture of it in the clubhouse, but he's been on a tear. So, I don't know. I'm hoping the Indians make it to the World Series and wind up playing the Brewers.
How'd you guys? I know you worked out together in the offseason. What connected between the two of you?
Yeah, you know, just the professional athlete world. You go on the same grind. You're working for your dream, and so I don't know. He's just a guy that I think he's had an interesting story, and he's worked really hard, and I'm happy for him. He's earned it.
Even Jarvis connected on only, I think, 4 of his 10 targets. What can you two do to get that going?
Oh, like I said, put the ball even closer to him. You know, put it in more of his range, and just do my job better. You know, but don't shy away. Even though we didn't have the highest percentage to each other on Sunday, keep going. You know, because the floodgates will open eventually. Like you guys saw against the Jets, we can connect very quickly, and so I'm just going to keep hammering at it.
When there's a veteran safety like a Weddle back there that knows how to trick quarterbacks, knows how to find the ball, what do you have to be wary of, and does that make it more challenging for you?
Yeah, Weddle's a very talented guy. Knows the game of football very well. So he's a guy that he is going to try and give me different looks. You know, so for me, got to pay attention to where he's at on the field, but also get keys from everybody else because he can give me a different look and really try and trick me. So I just got to be observant. You know, realize where he's at. They obviously have some more talented guys, but you know, I got to pay attention to where 32 is, 55. Just got to know where they're at.
Speaking of 55,
Just a couple more.
what can you say about Terrell?
Yeah, I think his game speaks for itself. He's obviously had a very, very high level of play and consistent for a long time. So he's a very good player. So like I said about Weddle, I got to have my eyes on 55, you know, too. So just have my keys, know where they're at, and then do my job.
Would you have liked to gone for it on 4th and inches from your own 18-yard line?
That is not my decision to make, and from your own 18's not very smart. So roll with the punches. You know, we just got to be better in short yardage.
Baker, there's a big game on Saturday. What are your expectations for Oklahoma? And do you have any side bets going for that game?
Bets are illegal. Just to clarify that.
I'm going to catch a picture of you in a Texas jersey, though, right?
Well, we're not going to lose, so no.
What are your expectations?
Expectations will win. Last time Texas was ranked in this game was 2012, and it was a beatdown. So.
How big a
Boost is Nick Chubb when he's running like that and what he's able to do for you guys.
Anytime you can get the running game going, that opens up everything. So a lot of positives to see from that with Nick, breaking a lot of tackles, making stuff happen. Very happy for him. He deserves that. So happy for him, and it's great for our offense as well.